Mango season in Thailand is always wonderful. It's fabulous to have such an abundance of good fruit, especially living out here in the countryside where we've got mango trees in our yard and on our neighbour's land, which is kind of vacant and wild, but they've said that we can harvest the mangoes. There's probably 10 really mature trees that produce these fruit. They're not the prettiest looking fruit, and yeah, we don't do anything, we don't spray them or do anything to them, but they still produce more fruit than we can eat. Sure, we've been eating them. I've been making some mango chutney, but this week I've also taken a bit of time to go around and just collect up a lot of the windfall and a lot of the fallen fruit that's just going to waste and rotting under these trees, because I figure, yeah, it's good food for us, but it can also be good food for the garden when we've got such an abundance. So I've been really busy putting them into the compost and laying them out carefully and arranging. Oh, don't be silly, you don't have to do that. You've just got to space them out a little bit and then top it up with a bit more dry, I'm using bamboo leaves, and then add some more. So you get that nice brown and the carbon layer and the green, the nitrogen layer. So the fruit and everything layering into that compost, so it's going to make fabulous rich compost. I leave the stones in because I don't want to sit there and cut up that much mango. It really is easy to pick the stones out later on. Then also we've got another pile of compost, or kind of a, just where I'm dumping what I've chopped and it's just dropping in around the base of this other mango tree. I'm putting some lemongrass on here, I've been putting banana leaves on here, I've been putting prunings on here, and I've just added a bunch of mango as well, because it'll break down, it'll rot down, it'll help the microbial life and the fungal life and just bring a fabulous richness to the soil and feed this mango tree. And we've got some bakua, some eggplant, and some kapal, some basil, Thai basil growing here as well. So it's just providing goodness to the soil in kind of an out of the way area that doesn't really get seen. Looks a bit ugly, but it'll break down and provide such a richness to the soil. The other thing that you can do with them that I haven't done this year is, if you've got an abundance of fruit, it doesn't have to be mangoes, it can be anything at all. You can just dig a hole and put your fruit scraps or your garden scraps in it around the base of a tree, not too close, but yeah, not too far away, and just leave it there to rot down. The one other thing that I've done this year that I'm experimenting with the mangoes is that I have cut up a kilo of mango pulp, so without the stones in it. Then I've added a kilo of molasses to it and I've just blended it. You don't really need to blend it, but I just wanted to help the process along a little bit to really allow it to break down more quickly. And we'll just leave that sitting for about a week or so and it'll get, more viscous, it'll be more pourable. And then I'll be adding that in a very small amount to a watering can and applying it around the base of the plants. And it's just another form of really good organic nutrient for the soil. And we love to use everything organic and everything that we can harvest or gather from around us, be it our comfrey or the weeds or the mangoes, and turn it into really good, sustainable, organic fertilizer or organic nutrients. I don't like to use the term fertilizer because fertilizer is usually chemical, and we don't want to put chemicals on our food and into our soil, and we want to feed the soil with the goodness from this. So this is putting a lot of really rich natural sugars back into the ground, but you've got to be careful feeding the soil in this way not to overfeed it, because potentially that's going to cause other problems if you overstimulate the microbial life in the soil. As I said, we like to use what we can to be able to provide us with the food that we need to give the soil, so the soil will provide food for us as well. And being able to recycle or reuse what we've got and really turn what is some people would consider waste into goodness for the garden. Maybe you haven't got such an abundance of good fruit or rotting fruit to go into your compost pile or to make a ferment natural organic food with, but If you ask down at your local supermarket, or probably better still your local greengrocer, your fresh fruit produce shop, maybe they've got some excess that they won't mind if you come by once a week and pick up a sack full of it that you can then add to your own garden. There's lots of ways that you can find real good organic inputs for your compost and for your natural organic plant foods and soil foods just by looking around and checking around the community. There's all kinds of ways that you can gain goodness to bring into your garden, either for very cheap or for free. And we enjoy watching our garden grow and deliver us back the real goodness in the fruit and in the vegetables that it provides us. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about some of the organic nutrients that we use in our garden, you can check out this video next. And thanks very much for watching this one all the way through.